Alright guys, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Tomboy Official Day 11. Please excuse me if my phone goes off or starts dinging or ringing or anything of the like. I'm kind of waiting on a friend. Made it to Vegas, got to the hotel. I believe I got baited into a freaking timeshare presentation. I'm annoyed. I'm like, I paid $50 for this stupid thing that I don't even really want to wake up and go to it. I have to like leave from the hotel to go do it. It's not even at this hotel. It's like 15 minutes away. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll ask my friend about it and see if I end up canceling. The presentation comes with a lot of little perks, and I know I'm going to be back in summer and stuff, so I'm going to see what that looks like and if it's of any use for this concert I've got to attend in May. I'll be back for Sick New World. It's a metal festival. It's a one-day metal festival. Dude, there's another concert right before that where like Missy Elliott and I don't know, a bunch of people are gonna be there. It's like hip hop, R&B. I wanted to go to that one too, but I don't know if I can do 2 weeks in a row or stay for like one whole weekend all the way through the week through the next weekend. But anyways, day 11. I'm gonna try and do the important part quick in case I never get back to it. I don't know how long this episode's about to be. I'm literally waiting for my friend to get over here, but it's during rush hour, so maybe he'll run a little late. We didn't really clarify a time. I just know he got off work at 4-ish, went home to grab a shower, and now soon is going to be on his way over to this hotel. I didn't ask the distance or ETA or any of that, so I'm just chilling. Alright, so pages 34, 35, 36. I liked how it says, I'm such a stupid... okay, let me rewind. Sorry. I'm rushing a little too much. Lily Singh starts talking about, just that concept of change and evolving, how nothing really stays the same. Everything's constantly changing, and she was talking about this cool idea of, changing the conversation and the ideas that you can be easily labeled and defined. The example she gives on page 34, the 2 quotes, I'm such a stupid person, change that to I'm someone currently struggling to figure out a problem I've never experienced before. She goes into talking about being human, dealing with certain circumstances that are constantly changing, and how that, combines with our relationships with ourselves. And that is definitely an important thing, to have a good relationship with ourselves. Yeah. So basically, those were the important points I pulled out, just in a nutshell. And tomorrow's gonna start on page 37. So today so far has been just combining a bunch of travel plans. Nothing has been too complicated because I woke up, had some CBD, and just kind of coasted. I didn't have any coffee until I landed at the airport in Vegas, and so I just had a little bit of Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I got a small black coffee, hot coffee, and it's like, I drink like, probably not more than 10 sips. I didn't even drink a third of it, I don't think. So it's kind of taking me out of the CBD state. But I did have a little THC as well, like a hybrid. So I'm debating, am I going to leave this hotel at about 8:20 a.m. or 8:30 or so, try to get over to this stupid presentation that I signed myself onto. Let's see. I got my new tactical pants on. My friend told me about tactical pants, and I was like looking them up, and then I found that I kind of like these. They've got a lot of pockets, they fit pretty snug, they're comfy, they're not like too insulated warm, but they're waterproof. They're not like windbreaker, so the air doesn't go like right through. They're good enough for this weather. It's about 45 degrees out here. It's like, let me see the current weather, the local weather. I left from LA in some slight rain this morning. Yeah, it says Vegas is gonna have 49 to 36. And it's about to start raining at 6 p.m. But it looks like it's clear tomorrow. And it looks like the rain's only gonna happen for like an hour. San Diego's got rainstorms until Sunday. The part of LA I'm in doesn't have any more rainstorms today, but Friday, Saturday it will, then clear Sunday. I don't think you guys really need a weather report, but yeah, I was thinking as I was flying, I was like, you know how they say like, oh, like look, out of the plane and everything seems so small, like problems seem smaller, everything seems so small. Like I was thinking about, when I looked out of the plane window, like how everything is like, okay, humans built all this, right? Like humans, somewhere down the line decided, okay, we're gonna like make these cities and live in these cities. Like from up in the air, the cities just like, they start and then they end, and then there's just desert and just like wilderness. There's like nothing really out there for a very long time. And it seems like, because I'm in cities often, and it usually feels like, okay, I'm in the city, I'm in this really busy place, and I'm in this really crowded area, and it's easy to see like the small stuff in front of my face. It's like, okay, like usually I'm like chilling in my folks' house, my family's place. I'm in my bedroom. That's where most of my creative stuff is. I've got my laptop, my everything pretty much for my creativity, my keyboard, all that kind of stuff. I don't keep my snowboard in there's a lot of stuff that I kind of don't really keep in my room. Some of it I keep in my car just because I don't want like a cluttered space. And I wasn't intending on staying in LA for so long anyways, so I was just kind of like, let me just use my bro's room for some storage, throw a couple things in there, and then I'll just, be ready to leave like soon, but I didn't have a game plan. But oftentimes I'm noticing, when I'm sitting in my room and I'm just kind of chilling in there, things can really like seem like zoned into like one small space, one small problem. It's easy to think about, like maybe I don't prefer to be in this bedroom. Maybe I'd rather have my own house and my own bedroom in my own house. Or maybe I'd rather not share this space with somebody, share this house with the people I'm sharing it with. Maybe I'd rather have a significant other to share it with or whatever. Or maybe I'd want my career to be in a certain space or whatever. Like this little thing that just seems like, you know, being up in the air and just looking at things, and it's like there's all these big cities that look like big cities when we're in them, and then, or even towns and little areas that look so big when we're like zoned into one little view. And then when you're up there in the air, you look down and everything's like, man, these houses are tiny, you know, these little blocks, each little street is small. Like the coast, when you fly out, you know, of LAX, you like fly out on the coast, and like even the beach, like you can see the whole coast. And it's like, usually when you think of LA, you know, if you were to drive from like Long Beach to Malibu, that could take you like, I think it would probably be over an hour usually, like because of traffic. Like if you drive during traffic, it wouldn't be surprising if it took like an hour. But it can take less, it can take more, but yeah, it wouldn't be surprising. And so going to a place like that, you know, and all the effort that goes into like the little bit of travel around the city and how everything takes so long, it's like, dang, thinking of a drive from Long Beach to Malibu and how that could take like an hour, and then the flight from LAX to Vegas is like an hour. It's like everything is just so different, you know. And I mean, that's my whole purpose of getting out of town, really, is just to gain new perspective. I'm not trying to get like too caught up in too much stuff or like party too much or do too much of anything. I really just want to get out of town, visit my homie, talk to him. Haven't seen him in a bit. I'm trying to visit some friends and just chill and not really deal with too much like complexities and get out of my head about other stuff. And I know that this isn't what exactly the 3 pages were about today, but that's kind of what's on my mind, is like, you know, how getting out even of a comfort zone, just a little thing, can make it, you know, worth checking out. Like just like a little bit of a time, you know, spent outside of a normal routine. Like I didn't even keep my normal routine today. You know, I woke up, it was probably like 5 a.m. I went to bed before 10, woke up around 5 probably. I noticed I was up around 5:18 a.m. because it was, there was a little earthquake. And then I, you know, stayed up a little bit. Earthquakes kind of freaked me out. This is like the second one in a while. There was one like a month or 2 ago, and so this is kind of weird. But yeah, it just kind of freaked me out. I mean, I've experienced like that Northridge earthquake when I was a kid. That one was pretty big, pretty bad. It's the one where that freeway kind of like snapped at a certain point, that freeway bridge. I mean, of course I wasn't at the bridge or anything, but like I remember I had family in town and my dad had convinced them, you know, because it was getting late, just stay one more night and you guys can leave early the next day. And I was sharing my bedroom back then with one of my visiting relatives, and that relative, you know, we both woke up at night and with that earthquake, and that relative was like trying to protect me, which is kind of surprising. Like I was a little kid, I was real little, because I remember I was upset because I had this tea set. You know how little kids play like tea parties? I had this like little glass, little teeny tiny like tea set for like little kid tea parties, and it was glass, and I kept it in this, I don't know if you remember, I think it was cheese balls. They used to come in this like container. It was almost like a Pringles container, but like wider, and it had like a plastic lid. It was kind of one of those, and I think we just cleaned it out, put my tea set in there, but the earthquake was strong enough to break my tea set. And I remember being upset about that. And I remember I was sleeping on the floor with this family member because they like to sleep on the floor, and I was just like, okay, like I'll sleep on the floor with them of my room. And so we were both next to each other, and they kind of like tried to protect me like when the earthquake was happening. And then there were probably like from what I remember, three or maybe three-ish big aftershocks. And it wasn't like a super significant thing because it's not like we have earthquakes every day or earthquake season. It's not like that. It's just, earthquakes aren't pleasant, and when you're awake to like experience it, like you never know if the shake is gonna like stop or if it's gonna get bigger. This one I only felt like one or two, like one, maybe two big jolts. The one that was maybe a few weeks back, that one I felt like quite a few, and I heard it coming. And because where we live is near a highway, I usually, trucks, I don't know if you're familiar with how it feels to live inside of a house when there's a highway that has like those semi trucks that drive on it sometimes. I'm used to hearing the trucks from a distance, and they're not quiet. They like rattle, and like there's bumps and stuff, so you can like hear them coming. And that's probably the closest thing I can say it sounds like. It sounds almost like one of those big trucks coming down the road, but like as if everything else is quiet, and that's like really loud. But yeah, that kind of kept me up this morning a little bit. And then I was like, okay, like I don't want to be up at like 5, so I watched some part of like a video that I'm gonna really consume a lot of this person's content, because once I actually got up today, I consumed even more of their content. So her name is, dude, let me look at my history. Aina's Life Chronicles. AINA apostrophe S Life, LIFE, Chronicles, CHRONICLES. I think she's a black stud, I believe from, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think she's from Chicago, did spend some time in LA, and then maybe currently lives in Chicago, but I'm not sure exactly where she lives. Good content. A lot of that channel, from what I saw, had some pretty positive stuff. I watched some of, like, half of that video about how she lost, like, 170 pounds to 140, and then, some other information about, like, ways to think, and it kind of got me thinking this morning before I left while I was making breakfast. I was thinking about kind of what was in that video, and, she explained kind of her, basically her experiences in life, where she's kind of like trying to, gauge like where she's at, and like how sometimes there's a struggle and other times like things are pretty chill, and just kind of how things are for her, and about her life and everything. And I find it very inspirational. I really like stuff like that, so I'm gonna listen to a whole lot more. And I scrolled down, it looks like she's been recording, or at least posting there, for the last like 3 years. And then also she's on she's on a Space for Us podcast. I think she hosts that with other people. She has a book out, might have more than one book by now. And I think she was on the Les Factor. She was one of the people on Les Factor. So if you like queer content, if you like studs, if you like, queer people of color, that's the realm. Like, she's kind of around a lot of people that are creating that kind of content too. So sometimes it's just like follow the line of like what people are up to. So she's definitely someone I've come across online, that I'll be coming across. I came across her through the Les Factor and didn't really realized it when I started watching A Space for Us podcast on YouTube. One of my friends told me, yeah, she's from Les Factor, and I was like, oh shoot, that's where I recognized her from a little bit. And then, yeah, so she's from the Les Factor, and, yeah. I gotta reply to my friend. My friend's telling me he'll meet me outside, and I'm like, cool, but I don't know the hotel really well, and I don't know his car, so I don't really know how to, like, actually find him. Just let me know when to go outside. Yeah, so, I think I'm, gonna check out, some more of her content for sure, and then, yeah, I just wanna, be able to, keep moving forward on things. But definitely, it's already been helpful for me to yeah, I'm already kind of just trying to make sure things go as good as they can. Dude, my laptop battery's totally dying. It's at 2%. Don't be at 2%. Now I gotta... Alright, so I'm gonna try and connect all this junk. I don't even know. Alright, so my friends is gonna be outside in a second. I'm about to go outside. But yeah, for now, that's about it. I would just say if you can, within safety, get out of your comfort zone a bit. Get out of your regular routine when you can. It helps with perspective. And I have to keep reminding myself that. Like, I'm talking to myself. I'm not, like, trying to tell people what to do. But, it is a helpful method of having fun. Like, you can get out of your routine and have fun. You can get out of your comfort zone and have fun. It doesn't have to be, like, some weird, stressful event. So, yeah, that's kind of something I'm noticing. We all kind of are learning as we go. But all right, I think I'm about to go outside. I'm gonna go meet my friend, I think, very shortly. Then I'm gonna be ready to rock and roll. So with that, thanks for listening.